Okay, kicking off our list of Easter eggs in Dead Island 2, I don't know if you've had a close-up look at the bookshelves in this game, but some of the books on there are pretty weird. Check this one out. Kind of seems like the developers got a bit bored of coming up with random book names and just said, screw it, I'm just going to be as literal as possible. Have you ever listened to the sound one of those gross exploding zombies makes when they blow up? Sometimes they'll say a nice little farewell. Let's have a listen. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Makes me feel a bit sorry for them, to be honest. The arcade room. This is in the Goat's Pen mansion and contains two actual video games. The first is Homefront: The Revolution, an FPS from 2011 that was actually developed by the studio behind Dead Island 2. The studio, of course, being Deep Silver. I've played Homefront: The Revolution and it is not good. The second is Time Splitters, a series of very fun FPSs that first came out in 2000 on PS2. Some of the developers who made these games now work at Deep Silver. Now, Time Splitters are good games, unlike Homefront, especially Time Splitters 2. I have to give that one a shout out. Love a bit of Inferno on Training Ground, but I will say this about both of these arcade games. Neither of them were ever actually arcade games. You won't find them in any arcades anywhere on Earth, so it's all a pack of lies. Keeping in the Goat Penthouse, did you see this on the floor? It's a wooden box for wine, which has branded on it a very familiar house. It's the house from the 1960 Hitchcock horror film Psycho. I've never seen it and I never will. And last from the Goat Pen, it's a script for a YouTuber apology. A must for any influencer mansion. Let's just have that there on the whiteboard, ready to go at any opportunity. Here's a cool little detail, some of the larger zombies actually have jiggle physics. Pretty impressive. Yeah, they've got the fat consistency just right. Check out the fluid simulation. Now this is impressive. Water will actually wash away blood from the floor. They've simulated these two fluids interacting. Just don't get any blood on the carpet because that will stain. Here's a throwback to Dead Island 1, which came out all the way back in 2011. Listen to what Sam B says in the following dialogue. He expands on what happened to characters from the first game, such as Logan and Perna. Really interesting if you played the first Dead Island.
I know your face, but I can't put a name to it.
Oh yeah? Does Sam B ring any bells?
Sam B. Yes, that's it. We wanted your song for a movie, but your agent drove the price up too damn high. Said it was 'cause you died, if you can believe it. What was it called? Who was your hoodoo?
It's actually voodoo.
Right. Voodoo, your hoodoo. Quite the tongue twister you wrote.
Yeah, sure.
Now come on, Sam. Give that poor gun a name. Something personal. A name you can rely on.
I bet it gets called Emma.
Oh, she would hate that. Well, this guy called Logan had my back in Hanoi. But if that redneck ever found out I named something after him, I'd never live it down.
Oh, so the great zombie expert had help after all.
Sure, maybe a little. Could name it Xian Mei, but I see her more like an elegant knife, you get me? And there is also Perna.
That's a pretty name. You can use that.
We stopped talking after what happened on the boat. Nah. John's a good man. How about that?
No. Never John. John he may be, but John would be a crazy name for a gun. Think harder than just your buddies.
Fine. You know what? Jen. She looked after everything we couldn't carry back up Hanoi. We counted on her a lot.
Jen it is. Trust me, that girl will shoot straighter for you now you know her.
All right. I'll get you out this time, Jen.
A little detail with fuse boxes you might not know about: fuse boxes contain one rare weapon or item each, and this always scales to your level. So the higher your level, the higher the weapon in the fuse box will be. Essentially, you can wait until you're leveled up high before opening a fuse box, and this way you'll ensure the loot inside is even more powerful. Not only that, but whatever you find, you can usually sell for the price of 2 fuses if you don't like it. Some little fuse box tips there. As always, the devs like to have a little fun with the achievement names. This is a reference to a song from the original Dead Island. Right by your first base, you'll find a gravestone. You'll almost certainly have seen this if you've been playing the game, but you might not know who it's for. The deceased dog in question belongs to Emma, and the reason you know this is because she's got a dog collar in her room with the name Sam on it. Here's another movie reference. This one's a bit more hidden. You can find it in the Venice Beach section, and it's a reference to the movie The Shining, and also the book The Shining, but more the movie The Shining. Red rum, what could it mean? Well, you flip it around and it spells out Moida. These posters are a big old reference to Indiana Jones. There's a whole lot of movie love in this game. That's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, for more helpful Dead Island 2 guides, subscribe to the channel.
The cop shop. Ooh, I feel so naughty.